Hola a todos, bienvenidos a este nuevo video. Hoy les traigo una historia fascinante para que practiquen su inglés mientras disfrutan de un relato clásico. Daniel en el Foso de los Leones.
In an ancient kingdom, King Darius ruled wisely and had appointed Daniel as one of his chief advisors. Daniel was an upright man, faithful to his God, and renowned for his great wisdom. Because of his devotion and ability, the king favored him over other advisors. Part 1. The Envy. However, not all of the king's advisors were happy with Daniel's position. Filled with jealousy and envy, they began looking for a way to get rid of him. But they knew they could find no fault in his behavior or wisdom, so they devised a plan. If we find something in his faith, we can trap him. Knowing that Daniel was faithful to his God, the advisors devised a plan that would take advantage of his religious devotion. They decided to convince King Darius to issue a decree forbidding prayer to any god or human being, except to the king himself. Part 2, the king's decree. The king, aware of the advisors' intentions, signed the decree. The law stated that anyone who prayed to another god or human being would be thrown into the lion's den. Daniel's enemies hoped that he, being faithful to his God, would disobey the law, giving them the opportunity to accuse him and have him arrested. Part 3, Daniel's resolution. When Daniel heard about the decree, he didn't hesitate for a moment. He had prayed to God 3 times a day for many years, and he wasn't going to stop just because of a royal decree. Lord, even though the king has made this law, I will continue praying to you. Daniel prayed in his room just as he always did. His enemies, seeing that he hadn't changed his behavior, quickly went to the king to accuse him. Part 4, the condemnation. Daniel's enemies went to the king and said, "King Daniel has disobeyed your law. He keeps praying to his God." King Darius, hearing this, was greatly distressed. Although he appreciated Daniel, he knew he had to follow his own law. "Daniel, I hold you in high regard, that the law must be upheld." With regret, the king ordered Daniel to be arrested and thrown into the lion's den. Before throwing him in, king said, "May your God save you." Part 5. The lion's den. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, where the hungry animals awaited. But miraculously, the lions did not attack Daniel. Instead, they remained calm around him, doing him no harm. The king, worried about Daniel, couldn't sleep that night. At dawn, he rushed to the den and shouted, "Daniel, if your God has saved you, answer me. I am alive and safe, king. My God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths, and they haven't harmed me." Part 6, the king's change of heart. The king, hearing that Daniel was alive, was filled with astonishment and joy. He ordered Daniel to be taken out of the den, and the conspirators who had tried to destroy him were thrown into the same den, where the lions devoured them. The king, grateful for the miracle, issued a new decree, proclaiming that all in his kingdom must respect and worship the God of Daniel. "Let everyone in my kingdom respect and worship the God Daniel, for he is the true God." And so Daniel continued serving the king with wisdom, always faithful to his God, knowing that his faith would never be tested without receiving divine protection. The story of Daniel teaches us that faith and trust in God can guide us through the toughest trials. If we remain firm in our faith, we will always find protection and strength. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories and lessons that will help you improve your English. See you next time.